This is Formula Zero. The teams and the drivers are not so-called petrol heads desperate to break into the multi-million-pound ranks of Formula One. Behind the helmets and the overalls are some of the brightest scientists and new technology experts in the world. Could this be the future of racing?
Rather than using petrol or gasoline as the fuel, these races take place by means of fuel cells that run on hydrogen, and the only exhaust fumes is water rather than carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in normal racing.
But it is not only the fuel that is potentially revolutionary. The global life sciences and materials sciences company DSM is here for another reason. It is searching for a way to create a new material from which to build cars. A material that is light and yet strong enough to withstand the extreme forces applied on a car during a professional race, and one that can match the aesthetics of materials presently used in vehicle manufacturing. And ultimately, it has to be carbon neutral. The bodywork is made up of more than 70% renewable materials, including natural fibres and a specially developed bio-based resin from DSM. It's also reinforced by natural flax fibres rather than man-made carbon or glass, while offering the same required strength and stiffness of the composite parts.
Sustainability is a key element in the way DSM does its business. In all we do, we take always into account the interest of all involved stakeholders: our shareholders, our customers, our own employees, as well as the planet on which we live and society at large.
Here at DSM's laboratories, they are working on second-generation biofuels. The aim is to dramatically increase the efficiency of biofuel production, whilst enabling the use of non-food biomass.
In first-generation biofuels, we only use part of the plant material. We use, for instance, if you look at this corn cob, we only use the yellow part here, so the corn kernel with the starch in it. In essence, what you would like to use is more of the plant material, because this is also used in food preparation, which is really what you would like to avoid in competition. So if you look at the whole plant, and that is seen here, we now want to use the rest of the material, use the corn for food preparation, and the rest of the material we can use for biofuels of the second generation.
This technology is called white biotech. By mimicking enzymes found in nature, scientists are able to break down biomass, non-food material that would otherwise be thrown away, and turn it into fuel.
In order to develop a second generation biofuel, we need to take this material, the plant material, which is composed of cellulose. We have to degrade that, and one of the things we have to do is first treat it so that the fibers open up, which is similar to what termites do when they chew the material. So we have to make the fibers shorter, and that is called pre-treatment. After that, the enzymes from the fungi that we are using have better access to the fiber and can degrade the fiber into natural sugars.
It is to the local zoo that DSM scientists turn for inspiration.
What you see in nature is there are quite a few systems that are using cellulose, or you could say hay or wood, as food. You can imagine there are cows eating grass, there are elephants eating hay stacks, really big amounts of hay, and they are able to process that and actually grow on it.
The eating and digestion habits of the elephant and the rhinoceros are providing invaluable information to researchers. Microorganisms and enzymes found in the guts of these animals break down the food and release the necessary sugar and nutrients. These enzymes are now being recreated in the DSM laboratory. These enzymes turn the fibers into loose sugars. The loose sugars in turn can be used by microorganisms as nutrients, or in the case of DSM, other products such as biofuels.
For me personally, sustainability has a lot to do with stewardship. We need to have a good life now, but also secure that future generations will have a good life as well. We need to take care of ourselves, as well as the world around us. We cannot be successful, nor call ourselves successful, in a world that fails.